car manufacturers spending millions and millions of euro on the very latest in crash prevention technology, you'd have to hand it to the guy who once sat in a Citroen boardroom and said, you know what, why don't we just bubble wrap the car instead? And surprisingly enough, it was so wacky and so simple that they actually went for it. And so the C4 Cactus was born. Okay, so it's not bubble wrap exactly, but actually some pretty impressive innovation called air bump technology. And while it won't have much of an effect in the event of a high-speed collision either, it will help prevent dings in the car park. Because as we all know, there's nothing worse than returning to your brand new car to find that some careless person has bashed into it with a door or a trolley. If you're wondering what they feel like, it's a sort of a plasticky bumper-like material that springs back out when you press it in. And it seems like they can take quite a bit of an impact too. Although I wouldn't try that at home unless you've got an incredibly accurate shot or you've had a lot of practice with this sort of thing. And it's not just the air bumps that make the Cactus stand out, because it's a pretty quirky looking car all round. From the bulbous nose to the slitty eye-like headlights, this is a car that you notice driving past. It's a pretty different shape from your typical crossover too, and hasn't gone down the SUV route, instead opting to utilise every bit of space available, therefore making it as practical and roomy as possible. And that is evident in the cabin. It's got a nice airy, spacious feel with good leg and headroom in the front and back, and a very large boot of nearly 360 litres. There's ample storage around the cabin too, and even the backseat passengers are pretty well looked after in this regard, which is unusual. You'll notice that there's a lot of light getting in, and also that it's finished really well, and both the upholstery and the dash are made up of nice materials in a mix of different textures. And also, given the loud looks of the exterior, it's not surprising to find some more quirk in here. So you've also got a top opening suitcase style glove box, a very cool digital speedometer, and straps instead of door handles. Everything is controlled by this generously sized touchscreen in the middle, which you use to manage everything from the sound system to the temperature. I found it to be quite good, close enough to the steering wheel so that you don't need to stretch, and easy enough to use so that you never need to take your eyes off the road for very long. Plus, it also comes with steering wheel mounted controls. This is standard on all models, including the entry-level Touch, which itself comes reasonably well equipped with that, as well as cruise control, a speed limiter and hill start assist. But you're probably still going to be better off going for the mid-spec Feel model for the simple fact that it comes with air conditioning. And unfortunately for your backseat passengers, they're probably going to need it because it only comes with pop-out windows back there, which could be a problem on longer, hotter journeys. But the good news is the Feel trim also adds roof rails as well as some upgraded exterior styling for a bit of a meaner look all round. Or you can go one step further again and go for this top-of-the-line Flare model, which turns this touchscreen into a sat-nav and reversing camera and adds automatic climate control, automatic lights, automatic wipers, automatic everything really. Well, the wacky looks and the air bumps are the big talking point. The big selling point with the Cactus are the running costs. And Citroën have used the very latest in weight-saving technology to make the Cactus as light as it can possibly be without sacrificing on space. And they've managed to do that while keeping carbon emissions impressively low. This model emits just 107 grams a kilometre, meaning you only pay €190 motor tax a year. But more impressive again are the fuel economy figures. And while this 1.2 turbocharged PureTech petrol engine with 110 brake horsepower can do 60 mpg, some of the diesels in the range can reach as high as 90 on the combined cycle, which is incredible. In fact, that's why they call it the Cactus, because like the plant, it doesn't need a lot to drink, and it also offers protection from predators on the outside. Although with air bumps and not spikes, because that would be dangerous. It's a comfortable, composed drive. Because it's a family car, it's not meant to be that exciting, but it does do a good job of cosseting you from any rough surfaces, plus all that weight saving has resulted in the car feeling pleasantly light on the road. There were a few small sacrifices made to save all that weight, however, for example the rear windows and the fact that the rear bench doesn't split when you fold it flat. It's a pretty small price to pay though for the incredible fuel economy figures I mentioned earlier, plus the fact that it's pretty good value to begin with a starting price of just €17,795 as of now, which is August 2015. It's most definitely a love it or hate it type of car, but whichever way you feel about it, at least it's a car that makes you feel something, and they don't come around very often. If you're in the love brigade, you can check out the Cactus at your local Citroen dealer, details of which you'll find on our new car channel on CarsIreland.ie.